Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Ahva Mushlich. I'm a student of Biology Education Study Program, and also I am from Organism. In this occasion, I would like to present about something old, something new in the ocean's blue. This topic discusses about the discovery of a forgotten metabolic pathway adds a new dimension to the global carbon cycle. Next is part of presentation. First, about story of organism and biomass. Second, the forgotten pathway. And third, globally distributed, ecologically significant. First, about story of organism and biomass. The expert discovered a new metabolic process in the ocean. There are two main discoveries. First, the molecular structure of genes. Second, global distribution. So, microorganisms with their sheer number and high rate metabolic have a strong impact on the flow of energy and biomass turnover in the oceans. Unicellular organisms process thousands of tons of algal biomass, commonly called a central process in marine life. One of the most important compounds in the ocean is glycolic acid, a direct byproduct photosynthesis that is partly converted back into carbon dioxide by marine bacteria. But here, the picture becomes blurred. The exact fate of the carbon in glycolic acid was unknown so far. Result of the research, as far as is known, the existing carbon dioxide cycle greatly affects the life of the oceans. For example, increased concentration of carbon dioxide in sweeter acidify the oceans, disturb the balance between phytoplankton and microorganisms, and ultimately will affect the global climate. So it's why will affect the global climate because the most of the earth is about water, and the biggest species of the water is an ocean, and the cycle of carbon dioxide happen or take place in the oceans. Okay, next, forgotten pathway. Like puzzle, some pieces of study that are already known and they just need to be recognized and placed correctly. In this issue, Skada von Borzykowski, a postdoctoral from Max Planck in Marburg, discovered the metabolic pathway of glycolic acid in a way like the hydroxyaspartic cycle that was discovered more than 50 years ago. In his research, a single gene sequence, he came across a cluster of 4 genes that can instruct 4 enzymes. In combination, 3 of the enzymes were sufficient to process a compound derived from glycolic acid. Now, its discovery pathway. So, 3 enzymes are clear. They will be made or derived from glycolic acid. But what was the 4th enzyme responsible for? The answer is Skada von Borzykowski found that the 4th enzyme is responsible for maintaining a cycle in which carbon in glycolic acid and be recycled without carbon dioxide loss. So the 4th enzyme will be keep the carbon dioxide in the glycolic acid cycle. And the last is globally distributed, ecologically significant. A cooperation study of Marburg University scientists and researchers from the Max Planck Institute on Research in Glycolic Acid Metabolism and its regulation in living microorganisms during the spring of 2018. Research in these metabolic cycle organisms, bacteria and algae, was actively involved in the metabolism of glycolic acid, and so blueprints of the metabolic cycle and are also found repeatedly in bacteria gene sequence put forward by the Tara Oceans expedition. Thus, the metabolic pathway rediscovered is not the existence of a niche, but rather the opposite. It is widespread. Based on studies that have been done by researchers, concluded that there is still need for further research on the global dimensions of the metabolism of microorganisms, one of which is the glycolic acid cycle. Okay, last of this presentation is summary. So microbiologists have discovered a new metabolic process in the ocean, ranging from molecular structure of individual genes and detection of their global distribution. Their results give insight into the pathway process and its degradation products, and thus provide valuable information for future calculations of the ocean's carbon dioxide balance. Okay, I think that's all that I can tell about these topics. I'm sorry about my mistakes, maybe in pronouncement or other. Thank you very much for the time. I think that's all. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.